years and like 3 years coming here, maybe getting punched every other day, or getting submitted.
Just implementing new things, and if it doesn't work, you just try again.
Now you can kick pretty much anyone you want in the face.
The XP2, the Extraordinary People podcast. Just type that in on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment. Great content coming out. This around the world in 80 days, around the world, boxing capes, around the world, Mars at Bane, around the world, we bathe in apes, around the world, stay at home.
First, I would just advise you to just don't resist it, just learn.
Okay, Extraordinary People podcast, improv, wrestling, grappling, Shark Tank session between myself, Yob, and Raunak, two of the scariest grapplers here in Olympus, in my opinion. Very, very aggressive, very technical guys. Yeah, tell me how it went for you guys. Raunak will also explain why we're making a video today.
This is the second take because the mic didn't work in the first one. I think we might not be able to outdo the first time, but yeah, we can try.
We can try.
Well, I'm really tired right now. It was a really intense session, and I think we can say the same thing.
Yeah, it was really tiring. My neck's already starting to hurt, getting sore, so it was fun.
The XP2, the Extraordinary People podcast. Just type that in on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment. Great content coming out. This is a throwback to COVID-19 days.
Yeah.
Well, no, look, we're not thinking about the first time now, right? So this is a new take, it's a new video. But look, guys, no, Raunak is going back to India. You're going tonight at 8 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, I have an 8 o'clock flight, and it's about to be 1, and I have like 7 hours left.
Yeah. Well, no better place, I think, to spend your last moments than Olympus. You've been here for 3 years now.
Yeah, it's been 3 years, and like 3 years coming here, maybe getting punched every other day, or getting submitted. But yeah, it has been a fun 3 years. I have learned a lot more here than I could have ever learned back home.
I think you've also spent an unholy amount of time in the gym, from what I understand.
Yeah, like I do not do it as much as I used to, but at one point I used to work out 5 hours a day, like 2 hours cardio and 3 hours weightlifting, and it was really intense. And like it was in my second year, and it was the best physical form I was ever in. And yeah, he remembers it because he reminds me that I I used to be really explosive and aggressive back then, but I've relaxed a little this year.
Well, the change has been that you've gone from being an aggressive wrestler who would consistently, the same way Yob does now, go for takedowns, to now just chilling on your back and going for submissions, which is equally scary, but just a little bit easier to see. No, and I think the transition has been really interesting to watch. Why do you work out so much?
Well, it's a matter of discipline, because Mike Tyson said that discipline is doing some, like I cannot quote him verbatim, but it's like doing something that you hate and doing it like you like it. And so like I like to work out to just keep my body in shape, and just as a method of distraction, if you may call it. And I see him every once in a while. Yeah, and he's just like doing cardio and like lifting a lot heavier than I ever could.
Well, Yob Cardio King, yeah, talk to me about your style. I mean, as I was saying earlier as well, that it feels like, you know, not only have you always been explosive, but now you're very technical as well. So you're not just going for a clinch, like you're going for what looks like judo throws. You're putting your leg into the thigh. It makes you quite hard to read.
Get home, around the world, smartphones, around the world, use a phone, around the world, work out alone. Injuries, put man on shelf, rats and birds had man in hell, anime training kept man well, training part.
Yeah, so it was all like a long process. So at the start I didn't know how to do a double leg, and I would fall into submissions so easily. So it was, yeah, just hours coming here and working with you guys, having fun along the way, and just learning also from YouTube and stuff like that, and just implementing new things. And if it doesn't work, you just try again. So yeah. And also the cardio was important. So I do a lot of running, and like a couple of years ago I didn't, and my cardio wasn't like this. So it's not like
You're doing marathons as well, right? Or
yeah, half marathon. Yeah.
How many kilometers?
It's I think 21.
That's still a lot.
Yeah, it is. But at slow pace. So
how long does that take to run, roughly?
on average, I think about 2 hours. And
That's a good time.
yeah, so just fun running, and the shorter distances I try to do faster.
So, Raunak, I mean, I remember when you first got here, you were, it's only natural, I think you were a lot more tense. You were still aggressive, but maybe not as refined as you are now. I remember your low kicks. I had, put it this way, I had worries about your kicks at some point. Now you can kick pretty much anyone you want in the face, and you kick really hard with your calf kicks.
Walk into ice cream catering, I aspire for stranger things. Punchlines I be chambering, and it's stoicism I'm savoring. Saw that sun, I was mesmerized. Saw those feds, not petrified. 1 hour only exercise. Stay indoors and it's do or die. Me, I was just riding high, revving up, driving.
And as I was saying to you yesterday, your boxing is getting there. You just need to work a little bit on straight punches. But yeah, man, you're a problem. So talk me through that.
Well, like as you said, like I was really stiff in the first year because I really had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, I saw what fights that I saw, like people just like stayed there and they just hit as stiffly as they could, and it took me a while to realize that this is how it's gonna work. So I just relaxed a little and then just went with the flow, if you may call it, and then I slowly started working on the kickback just so I could kick a little higher than that. Now it isn't a problem that much for me as it used to be, but now I for some reason, call me a sadist or whatever, but I like head kicks for some, that those are fun. Even if I don't hit them at full force, I just like putting the threat of putting the threat of the head kicks on the other person.
Also, your calf kicks are like, yeah, I don't like them. You know what I mean? And
I won't have to deal with them again.
Yeah, but they learned me a lot. So we also one time we did like trying to how it's called, like the shin, like trying to
yeah, without the shin guards.
yeah, and like making it used to the
to conditioning.
Conditioning. Yeah. So it wasn't fun, but it's I think it's useful. Yeah.
It turned out fine for you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a fun experience here, and I hope to keep in touch with both of you. And then I wish you all the best for whatever you end up doing.
Well, you're gonna be hopefully going to the civil service, right?
Yeah, for a while. And like it's a difficult exam, but I think I can clear it if I like work for the next year, and then I should be fine. I am worried about it, but also I am confident at my own abilities that I can clear it.
And I like that about you. I remember once you told me that you had your life planned out till you were like 50, and then
Yeah, so I have things planned out. I like this was my backup plan, as like it didn't work out as well as I hoped it would, but like it is what it is. You have if your primary plan doesn't work out, you have a backup plan, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out. Even if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world for me.
survival of the fittest, man, and you're surviving, definitely. If you could tell me some of your favorite memories, some of your least favorite memories of being in Olympus, and if you could give some advice to people who maybe back home or people who are going to join a martial arts class, what has it taught you? And what are those experiences like, right? So you first come in, someone's punching you, kicking you, trying to grab your legs, submit you.
Well, just first, I would just advise you to just don't resist it, just learn. Just relax a little, and just be humble, because after you might get punched a little, you might get taken down a lot, and you might get submitted, but it's not the end of the world. It's you have to learn with you can learn from pretty much everyone, even someone who just joined the class, and there's no shame in it. And my best memory would be taking down Davey for the first time with a double leg, and that was fun because like I really still do hold him in very high regarding grappling and wrestling, because he's a guy I really like sparring with. Sadly, he doesn't come here anymore due to the classes being cancelled, and I think he has a very busy schedule right now. But like, I hope to see him again once. And my not so favorite memory is, well, no offense to you, but being whenever you demonstrate, you just like maybe not with the punches, but with the kicks. Yeah, it does hurt a little. But now I think I have got used to it, and maybe so have everyone else.
Shout out to Coach Davey, who helped set up the MMA class. He was the wizard behind the grappling, and obviously what we're doing here is just trying to relive some of that. And he has plans, I hope, in the future to get a BJJ class up and running here or elsewhere. Purple belt from Gracie Barra. You couldn't find a more understanding and just technical guy to train with. So we miss Davey for sure. As I said to you earlier, did not realize that I kicked like that. We have another guy, another bogeyman, Sherwin, who doesn't come here that much anymore, but he is the guy that I thought you would have said about kicks. But to Raunak's credit, whenever I would pick you for an MMA demonstration, I would get flipping exhausted because this guy never gave you an easy time. You know, like if, for example, I say, Yob, okay, let's demonstrate something, he'll probably just ease into it. I can try and tighten the guillotine. This guy is resisting left, right, and center. So every time I had to give a thing, I knew that I was supposed to be my day off. I'm a teacher. I'm not trying to participate. I end up fighting this guy. So great memories with him. Yob, you were also part of the MMA class towards the end, right? What were your impressions of it?
Yeah, it was a whole new world, but I think my impression in general was it was like a safe space. It was meant to be fun and safe, so I learned a lot. Yeah, and the small things made it all happen and made it. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you do, because you work with people who are obviously in need. And like, have you ever felt the need to use what you've learned from an MMA perspective in self-defense, or to maybe stop someone else hurting themselves, if you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, I think MMA made me like more calm in situations. So.
Also, just explain what you do.
Yeah, I do. I work in psychiatry. But I never felt like unsafe. I also work in like a place where it's not like that high care and not like a closed place. So they may be a danger for themselves, but mostly not for others. So it depends on where you work. But I think MMA and kickboxing made me like more calm and sure for my own safety. So it doesn't make me think about using it, but it's always like a backup. So yeah.
One of the last things I'll ask you guys is, obviously, like, you guys have obviously built up a friendship in a class, and we've obviously built up a friendship in class. And sometimes when people, it doesn't matter whether the guys or girls, you can see that sometimes people come into a class and they have like obviously stresses. Sometimes people are emotional and they don't really talk about it. Or sometimes a person might act really weird, right? Like they might say, don't punch me in the face, and then they punch you in the face. We have examples. So what have you guys learned about dealing with people like that? How can you learn to have empathy for them, to look past, sometimes people are just insecure and might want to, go too hard. So if you guys have any thoughts on how you've learned to navigate that, because it's something I think people experience in many gyms everywhere.
Well, I don't have any particular advice for it, because if someone went hard, I wouldn't just tell them outright. I just start calf kicking them. But yeah, I'm really blank in this. I think he's much more qualified than me to answer that question.
Yeah, maybe not against guys going hard, but also insecure people. I was insecure here when I started. I think humor and some jokes along the way helps a lot, like to loosen up and to be more like yourself. Yeah.
I think so.
You couldn't get better advice. I mean, I many times when I try and demonstrate, and I think I have it in my head, okay, that this guillotine is going to work, or this Superman punch is going to work, and then it goes horribly wrong. You have two options: either you know, try really hard, or you accept that okay, something didn't work. Let's try something else. Raunak, we're going to miss you a lot. Keep in touch from India. Hope if you ever come back around this side, you're always welcome to train with us. Stay in touch on Instagram. And yeah, man, we've learned a lot.
I had a lot of fun here, and gonna miss you all.
Around the world, docks and capes. Around the world, Marsak Bane. Around the world, we bathe in apes.